Hey guys, welcome again. This is my fourth video on the 5 movement principles that I'm offering you guys to kind of contextualize, perceive your movement through your mind, your body, your internal or your external in a different way. So this one is about diversifying your movement. So when I mean diversifying, it's kind of progressing from that step of simplifying, of having a simple or simplified and purified body and environment and tools with which to work, with which to move, with which to engage and stimulate growth for your being. So in the last video I talked about how we want to start with just the basics, like the breath, and just very slow conscious movements, and with just not like inoculating your body with too much stress at one point in time, to get more of a general awareness of what your body can do right now, and then have that vision of where you want to go with that. And that's where diversifying it comes in. It kind of gives you a world of opportunities, such as a parkour course, a mountain, a certain obstacle with which you can see yourself either then or in the future to navigate through that. And we all have a way to kind of approach it initially, and sometimes even just the way is not appropriate. So when you diversify, you can be creative, you can find different ways with which to move through your environment, with which to use your body, and to use new tools. So you just become this more creative mover. When I talk about simplifying again, I want to mention creating that space, creating it within your body and your mind, your internal and your external environment, and to get your body to a point where you can welcome these new tools and this new environment and these new challenges and opportunities. So you want to shift your balance. You don't want to necessarily let go. When you simplify it, you want to shift so that you can take the weight away from that thing, or the energy or the time or whatever kind of commitment away from that. And then you essentially take that away, you let it fly, you let it free itself, instead of violently taking away that energy or that space or that time. And then you just put it gently, slowly, consciously, and just totally aware into a new thing, or something that is old and essential, some essential part of your being. And when you diversify and simplify together, you just have a better sense of, this is the way that the world works in the real sense, because these illusions that we're fed, where we have to focus so much energy into this and not into that, and that might be just a side hobby. Well, you can make your hobby, or whatever it is, your passion, if you shift your energies in the right way. You don't want to just take everything away from your day job and then put it into your hobby just like overnight. You're going to have to, most of the time, you're going to have to shift it. And that's what takes discipline. That's my next movement principle, and that's why all of these kind of intertwine. And I just kept it at 5, I mean, you can build on these, you can have your own vocabulary, you can build it however you would like. So with diversity, try to think of learning all the moves, the new moves and groove that a dancer might learn, that someone navigating through a new environment, they might learn new ways to navigate a mountain or different challenges, just different ways that they're moving their body in all these beautiful, flowing, and freeing kinds of things. And as you flow, you grow. So also think of like reading. You're welcoming in new perspectives. Watching a YouTube video of someone talking about their experience and their experiments, that is a new way to apply that to your life, a new way to diversify. And you might not always apply it right off the bat. It might take time to apply it. So it takes time to open up that space, but it's a good motivator a lot of the times. If you go out into nature, or you hear a new idea or a new way to do something, or feel something, or what have you, then you just create this kind of opportunity, and you're like, all right, what do I need to do to shift gears and to get after that, to shift my energies so that I can focus on that thing. So having those big dreams and those visions of where you want to be, that's essential. But not making it your master, making yourself your own master, that's also very essential if you want to get even close to those dreams. So have the aim, but do not make the aim the carrot on the stick that you're just chasing after, and you're not actually doing anything to get to it, like thinking about, oh, there's a carrot on a stick and it's attached to me, why don't I just take the thing off? This is the whole nature of illusion, is you have something out in front of you or something out in the world, and it seems separate from you, but really it's connected to you. That carrot on the stick, that's connected to you. Or maybe someone's behind you and you gotta go grab the and give you that darn carrot. So there's a lot of ways to think about it, and I like to think about it in a creative way. Like when I'm having an issue with my movement, whether it's, and when I say movement, I don't mean just with my body, I mean it's also with like everything. Everything is moving and shifting and changing. Changing is the only constant in this universe, so that's why there's diversity. And yet it's simple that there's that concept. So that's what you simplify towards. But you allow yourself to be this infinite creator of movement and art and other things. So just shifting towards a way of allowing many different perspectives and many different movements, that's really important. So yeah, when I am moving and I'm like allowing all these different things to kind of go through my mind, body, my soul, whatever, like I just have a way to see it in the long run. Like I can kind of illustrate it in my head, like, all right, so I'm at this obstacle, maybe I can't see through this obstacle, what is on the other side? Just asking the question, like, what is on the other side of that, opens you to that opportunity, to that motivation. And a lot of people stop when they see the obstacle and they just see the illusion of that. But really there's this amazing world called your mind, where you can create all these different possibilities. And if you're not choosing from them, you still have those possibilities. So it's not about thinking about a way to solve a puzzle, it's just knowing that there are many puzzle pieces and there are many ways to put together the puzzle. So that's diversity in a nutshell. I hope that helps you guys. There's so many ways to think about it, really. Like, just try to illustrate it for yourself. Try to draw or dance or get into nature, and it will show you all these different ways that nature figures things out. And like a certain species has a certain way figured out, but that doesn't mean it has every way figured out, because a storm may come, a predator or a certain adaptation by their prey or whatnot may come, and it's not necessarily just a dog-eat-dog world out in nature. It's like There's so many things that animals do for fun. Like, look at bonobos. They have sex all the time, and they're just like hanging out. They're all buddies. They're all sisters and brothers, and just doing things together. And spinner dolphins, and like, I don't know, squirrels half the time. I don't know what the heck is going on in their head. They're just very nutty because they eat lots of nuts. I don't know. So there's lots of ways to describe these things and to think about them. It's not all just, oh, it's this theory or that theory. Don't choose one. Be aware of all the different theories and be aware of your own. What kind of theory would you create for a given situation? And what if you had to keep creating theories until you could like kind of go between them? Because sometimes we have to go between different ways of perceiving. So I'm just here to say, don't necessarily choose one. Be open to all of them as much as you can. So be a diverse, yet simple and grounded and flowing and strong being. You can do all those things. It just takes the right energy and focus and awareness. So, peace out, love, vision, and strength, y'all. Love y'all.